Welcome back to TechKidFX for another Polygon Matic price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Polygon Matic chart, which at the time of this recording has lost a key area of support at around the $1.17 mark, and after losing that key area of support we even saw a retest of that key area of support, and the retest was in and a success. Then we continued seeing the breakdown in a move that gave us a break below the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as resistance, and that breakdown to the lower side has now given us a low at around the $1.03 mark, and at the time of this recording we have also continued to hold above the $1.03 mark, which is now acting as support, and also continued to obey the Elliot structures. And before I get further into the technical analysis and also give you my next price targets here on the Polygon Matic chart, first give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And allow me to continue with the video here on the 4-hour chart by first giving you a quick recap of what has been happening, and also make a few adjustments to this Elliot structure that I have right here, and that is because we have been able to hit an invalidation point of this Elliot structure that I have right here in yellow, having that as the first wave, then a wave 2, a wave 3, then a wave 4, and the wave 4 over here has managed to get into the wave 1 territory, meaning we have managed to hit our invalidation point of this Elliot structure. And because of that I need to make a few adjustments to this Elliot structure that we are expecting here on the long-term scenarios, so that we can be able to accommodate that invalidation that we have seen over here. And before I get further into the technical analysis, and I can first give you a recap of what has been happening on the long-term scenarios so that we can be on the same page, where you can see that after making a low at around the $0.32 mark, we started this massive bounce to the upper side obeying the Elliot structures, where I have this Elliot structure in yellow having the wave 5 giving us a peak at around the $1.3 mark, and also completing the formation of that first wave to the upside. Then we started a corrective structure in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 in a move that gave us a low at around the $0.74 mark. And after seeing the formation of a larger Elliot wave count 2, I was expecting a massive bounce to the upper side in the formation of these higher Elliot wave count 3, and in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3, because of its impulsive nature, we also expected to see another 5 wave structure in formation within the formation of that larger Elliot wave count 3, and I believe we had been seeing such a scenario over here, where you can see that I have this Elliot structure in yellow having that as the first wave, then a wave 2, a wave 3, then a wave 4, and I was expecting that the moment we see the low for this wave 4, then we can expect another explosive move to the upper side in the formation of this wave 5, having the wave 5 fully maximizing our minimum target areas to the upper side in the formation of that larger Elliot wave count 3. But the moment our wave 4 over here retraced into the wave 1 high, that brought about an invalidation of this Elliot structure, and because of that I need to make a few adjustments to this Elliot structure that I'm having right here on the charts on the long-term scenarios, where I can first delete this Elliot structure. So I need to delete this Elliot structure and term this hot scenario over here as a 1-2 setup to the upper side, having this as the 1-2 setup. So we can have this as the 1-2 setup, we can have that as the first, that is the wave 1, that is the wave 1. Then after seeing the formation of that 1-2 setup, having that as the wave 2, we started an Elliot structure to the upper side, where we can term this as the first wave to the upper side, giving us a peak at around the $1.56 mark. So now using the Elliot structures, we can term this as the first wave to the upper side. Then whatever we are seeing at the moment is a corrective structure to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2, before we can expect another bounce to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3, then expect a wave 4, then continue gearing up in the formation of that wave 5. And now since we are now in the formation of this wave 2, we can sketch out a target area to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2 using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the second wave at around the $0.74 mark to the high that we made at around the $1.57 mark in the formation of that wave 1. And that gives me a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.78 as a minimum retracement area, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that, which lies between the $1.1616 mark and the $0.9287 mark, and it is within this red target area now that I'm expecting to see the low for this second wave. And once we see the corrective structure in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 2, then I'll be expecting expecting an explosive move to the upper side in the formation of these higher Elliott wave con 3, and I believe once the second wave plays out, then that will be another perfect entry to get back into Polygon Matic, so that we can be able to ride that massive bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. And it is within this red target area now that I'm expecting to see the low for this second wave, and also see a reversal within this red target area for us to continue gearing up in the formation of that wave 3. And we need to be watching our next key area of support at around the $1.03 mark, because that is the next decision point over here. And in case we continue holding above it, then there are chances that we might start gearing up in the formation of that larger Elliott wave con 3, and also say that we have made our low in the formation of that wave 2 at around the $1.03 mark. But in case we lose that key area of support, maybe even see a retest of that key area of support, then there are chances that Polygon Matic might continue seeing the breakdown to the lower side to the fib level 0.78, which perfectly lies at around the $0.9322 mark. So there are chances that soon, in case the breakdown continues, we might see Polygon Matic below the $1 mark. That is something that we need to be prepared for here on the Polygon Matic chart on the worst case scenario, in case we lose our key area of support at around the $1.03 mark. But in case such a move plays out, then that will be another perfect entry to get back into Polygon Matic, to be able to ride that massive bounce to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliott wave con 3. So here on the Polygon Matic chart, on the breakdown targets, you need to continue watching the key area of support at around the $1.03 mark, because if we lose that key area of support, then I'll be expecting to see Polygon Matic trade below the dollar mark and maybe get us to the area at around the $0.93 mark here on the Polygon Matic chart. And this 1-2 setup to the upper side can also get invalidated in case we see a breakdown back to the area at around the $0.74 mark. So in case we lose this red target area, continue losing other key areas on the Fibonacci's and maybe get us to the area at around the $0.74 mark, then that can bring about invalidation of this Elliott wave structure. That is this 1-2 setup that I have right here. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and continue watching that key area of support, and also taking a look at the indicators. On the RSI, we are trading at around the 31 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to fully support higher prices in case we start gearing up. But in case the breakdown continues, that movement on the RSI will still be supported. Also taking a look at the MACD, we have been able to print a bearish cross, fully supporting further breakdown, and that means there are chances of getting to the area at around the fib level 0.78 here on the Polygon Matic chart. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll be keeping you updated.